Welcome to the Crypto Chronicles. My name is Jay. I appreciate you stopping in and visiting my channel. In today's video, I'll be going over Voyager and Celsius and their pending bankruptcy under Chapter 11. I'll also be discussing what's going to happen with customer funds. Will you get your crypto back? Will you be able to seek legal action against both corporations? So please stay tuned. Hope everyone's having a good day. Let's go ahead and dive in. Now, in order to understand Voyager and Celsius, you need to understand what they are, all right? And what they're not. First, they're not a bank. So let's get down to it. They're not banks. They're not associated with banks other than outside dealing with the deposit that's coming in through ACH to their platform. They're not a bank, all right? They're centralized finance, crypto, lending, and borrow platforms, both of them, all right? They market themselves as a way for average Americans to unbank themselves or break themselves from the traditional banking system. Like, we all know the traditional banking system. We have JP Morgan, US Bank, Citibank, to name a few, right? In these banks, they take your customer deposits, and when the customer deposit comes in the bank, they then turn around and lend it out to someone else with a higher spread of interest. With that being said, you're not getting nothing, right? You don't see any of the profit of that interest they're making off that third party customer. You're just having your money sit in the bank, and they're the ones reaping all the benefits of that money. So Voyager and Celsius market themselves as a solution to everyday Americans like me and you to be able to make interest on our money, since our money is on that platform, right? So on their platform, respectively, you can make close to, depending on what cryptocurrency you had in your account. It was Bitcoin at one point in time was 5%. Ethereum's like 5%. I think USDC up to highest I've seen is 12% on both platforms, right? So this became very, very attractive for people who are tired of having their money sitting in the bank and their value due to inflation just eat away at their money. The problem that Voyager and Celsius did not do is they was not fully transparent in the way they went about providing or being able to give us that interest on our accounts. Voyager, which built a great name, was pretty reputable, had NASCAR sponsorship, even had Mark Cuban and Dallas Mavericks backing them, right? Voyager took customer deposits, and then they gave those customer deposits to a crypto hedge fund known as Three Arrows Capital. Right? Three Arrows Capital, if you don't know who they are, they've been around in the space for quite some time. At the height of this bull market, they had close to $10 billion under management. So no small chumps. They were pretty big. All right. Their primary in Three Arrows Capital, they took Voyager assets and customer deposit, and they did what I term is gambling, in my opinion, but they start trying to make yield or make money off those deposits. However, what Voyager went wrong is Voyager failed to secure collateral for that 600 million of customer deposits. So that pretty much exposed Voyager to whatever happens from 3AC is going to happen to Voyager, make them pretty much a victim. I'm not gonna say a victim because they're not a victim. The customers are the victims, right? But it pretty much exposed them to anything that happened to 3AC. So Three Arrows Capital filed for bankruptcy because of the market downturn and them not being able to understand market cycles. Crypto and all asset markets only reached the valuations it reached, but because partly the Fed pumping the asset markets. The asset markets have been in a bubble for quite some time now, but only made that intensified and made this bubble even bigger is the Fed sending out stimulus checks to Americans. So now, current day 2022, we're feeling the consequences of that funny money being floated in the system, in the sense of interest rates being risen, and then prices of goods are just going off the chain. Inflation, I think last month was like 8.6%. That's crazy. How many people job is paying them 8.6% raises every month? That's not happening, right? So 3 Arrows Capital not seeing that the funny money is the reason why the market is riding high, not because they're geniuses, gambled with everybody's money. Consequently, Voyager became a victim, or the customer became a victim of this scheme, all right? So 3AC defaulted on that loan. Once 3AC defaulted on that loan, customers at Voyager started to go to Voyager to withdraw their crypto from the Voyager platform. Voyager facing liquidity issues and not being able to pay everybody back their money and give everybody back their crypto, they froze deposits, withdrawals on their platform, right? Shortly after, they filed for bankruptcy just like 3AC, 3 Arrows Capital. So that's Voyager, all right? Celsius, in a similar fashion, just like Voyager, but they did more so in the DeFi lending realm. They took customer deposit and used DeFi lending protocols to try to make yield. When the market downturned, they didn't prepare themselves for the potential devaluation, drop in asset prices, which will hurt the crypto market and will hurt, obviously, customers' deposits. So customers seeing the market and the interest rates go up, seeing the stock market have issues, customers went to Celsius and tried to withdraw their assets. Celsius froze withdrawals, fearing having a liquidity issue. Because if you don't have liquidity, you don't have everybody's money to get their crypto, it's going to be a problem. So they froze the platform where you can't get your money off the platform. Subsequently, Celsius is going through bankruptcy under Chapter 11, right? So both platforms right now are going through bankruptcy proceedings under Chapter 11. Both of their practices, in my opinion, is going to face scrutiny from the SEC and also all regulators in different states and jurisdictions where customers are affected. Now, what does this mean for you and me who actually have our money on the platform? It means a couple of things, right? One, bankruptcy, Chapter 11, technically when you file bankruptcy under Chapter 11 and bankruptcy in general, you're kind of suspended from litigation. So you think you're going to go out and sue them unless we find that there was fraud in their marketing, which there's, in Voyager case, it seems like there could be some proof that they fraudulently attained all the customers on their platform with the FDIC insured logo and promises. However, that's for a judge and a court to decide. But based on the bankruptcy laws, all litigation is suspended, so you can't go out and sue either one right now, all right? Number two, will you get your money back? That's depending. That says you may get a portion of your money. You getting all your money? I don't know. That's a great question. Honestly, I don't foresee, unless a major acquisition comes in, a major corporation comes in and buy both of them, all right? I don't see a viable way for everybody to get all their assets back, all right? In Voyager case, 3AC has so many creditors, right? So, and 3AC is not Voyager is not the only person that 3AC owes. What about the other creditors who are gonna want their assets from 3AC as well, right? So I'm not holding my breath, and I don't want you to hold your breath either, all right? Now, a way forward, right? Well, what can you do? Voyager came out with a 4-point plan, basically stating that they'll give you crypto, partial release of your crypto, whatever they can get from the 3AC asset that's left, and the courts decide that they can divvy up whatever they get from 3 Arrows Capital, VGX tokens and VGX stock. So let's talk about VGX stock and token. Both of those are shit. Who's going to trust Voyager going forward after this? No one. So if you're getting those two, unless a major corporation purchases them, they're pretty much going to be shit. 3AC. 3AC founders currently are MIA and no one knows where they're at. And so you don't know where they're at, how you going to recover assets from them? Yeah, Good luck with that. Number, I guess you can say 4 on this one is partial crypto from Voyager. Voyager has like 1.3, I think, billion in crypto still. So depending on, I think they last room to have 100,000 creditors. With that being said, they can divvy up 100,000, whatever the percentage, to all these people that they owe money. We'll see how that goes. Don't hold your breath. If it happens, great. And I'll be happy and ecstatic just like you. But the chances of it happening like tomorrow or the next couple of months, not gonna happen. All right, Celsius. Celsius recently just hired the same law firm that's representing Voyager in bankruptcy. So Celsius haven't really put out a detailed plan of what they plan on doing. I know they've been paying off their DeFi loans on these protocols, which is a good sign that they're trying to come back. But once again, it's so much uncertainty, so I can't tell you you're gonna get your money. I'd like for all of us to get our money off these platforms, because a lot of us believed in crypto and what the tenets of Bitcoin and why it exists. However, the one fatal flaw we all made a mistake on is not your keys, not your crypto. Never leave your crypto on centralized institutions or centralized crypto exchanges, because when it comes to it and they're facing pressure, they're gonna freeze assets and you're just gonna be sitting there being a victim of their practices. And they can technically legally do it. So it's unfortunate for all of us. I know that that's not the answer you probably want to hear right now, but it's the honest truth based on the circumstance. If you want to know how bankruptcy proceedings go, you can look it up, but also you can look at most recent major exchange. Actually was one called Mt. Gox. Mt. Gox recently, after 8 years in bankruptcy proceeding, now they're gonna pay out their Bitcoins that they owe their customers. The thing with Mt. Gox is most of those customers probably took settlements from settlement companies for pennies on the dollar of what they had, so they can salvage some of their assets. So I'm predicting most of that Bitcoin is bought up by a settlement company already. So when they release those Bitcoins coming in, I think in next week or so, most of that's gonna go to the settlement company who paid those customers who wanted something for nothing at that point in time, and they just wanted to wipe their hands clean of the whole bankruptcy proceeding. I'm not saying that could happen for Voyager or Celsius, but it happened in the past. So if past is any prediction of what can happen in the future with situations like this, there's the roadmap for us to look at. Going forward, I would say do your research, get yourself a hardware wallet so you can take your crypto off these exchanges and you don't have to worry about people controlling your assets. And don't believe the hype. Everything that glitters is not gold and diamonds. And a lot of us believe the hype, including myself, right? But it's a valuable lesson to be learned. We are in a nascent space where so many things are happening and coming at you so fast. So I know a lot of you out there hurting. Be patient. It's going to take some time. The courts will do what they need to do. As more updates come with Voyager and Celsius, I'll post them. And if you have any questions, just type them in the comment section below. I'll also be posting in the description box website to Ledger and Treasure for hardware wallets, so you can move your crypto off these exchanges. Also, I'll be posting the Bitcoin white paper. If any of you out there watching this video and you never read the Bitcoin white paper, you need to read the Bitcoin white paper to understand the true tenets of cryptocurrency and why Bitcoin exists. And be honest with you, in a situation like this, if we go back to the basics, not your keys, not your crypto, decentralized payment system, peer-to-peer, it will solve everything. So until next video, please like and subscribe.